And we're going. So, I'm going to start off with like some of the things that I'm going to bring to the table. Did you see Devil May Cry the anime?
I didn't see it. I have heard about it
Okay,
every day.
This is making waves, and because like I know what to expect when I go on Reddit or X or Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter.
Sure. Everything calls it X Twitter.
Yeah.
So that people know what you're talking about.
So, I also saw I binged Freerun, Journey Beyond.
You hadn't seen that yet?
No.
I had actually. So yesterday.
You've been asking me for a long time, so. But like I figured, like all 28 episodes are out. Like I'm with everybody else now, waiting for a second season. I watched the dub because like.
Why?
It was horrible, but I just because I was in the middle of doing things at certain spots and just like I can't like understand Japanese from across the room.
Yeah, but Freerun, you don't want to like put Freerun on and do laundry. You want to watch Freerun.
I will argue that the start of it, like the start of the second half, like there's a little bit of a lull.
So the end of the first core.
Yeah, so the first core, really good. Second one, it got good at the end, but there was definitely...
it's definitely a little slow in the second core.
Not even slow, just like, I feel like some of the things, like don't get me wrong, like it's got a great message and it's like got a heartfelt message, but it's also got sort of a repetitive message, which is like, it's just, how many ways can they hammer home, appreciate your friends, like friendship and all that stuff?
In the second core?
Well, because like it did so good a job on the first one, but then the one priest gets involved, and then like it's like I'm looking for my friend Guerrilla Warrior, and I know that's probably not what his actual, but that was the English translation.
No, that's the Japanese translation too.
Well, I am going to. Well, it probably sounds cooler in Japanese. So,
Did you guys want to put anything in yet, or?
Okay.
Can I get Stella?
I know what I'm getting for food wise. Do you know?
No. I'm gonna get wings for sure.
Alright. What's the deal with wings tonight? Can you order in 6, or do you have to order in 2 and split it, or?
It comes in 12, but you can split it 6 and 6 if you want 2 different flavors.
I'm gonna get 2 orders of wings.
The bone-in.
Bone-in. The first one, I'm gonna split it to 124 and 59.
What were do you know the flavors on that?
124 is like the roller coaster or wild ride.
Roller coaster. Okay, give me 1 second.
Here, I have the menu right in front of me. I don't know. And the 59, which is the flavor from Down Under.
And with those ones, would you like ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
You getting 24 rings?
I'm getting, yeah. Well, I'm going to probably take some home, but like even or give you some too. So.
No, that's not a bad idea.
All right. Then the 317 Hot and Nasty.
And these are bone-in as well?
Yes.
It's all gonna be bone-in. Mine as well.
And the 293, which is the Mole.
If you're my friend, I'll serve right over for you.
Sorry, she knows like me. And what was the second one?
Mole, 293.
And ranch or blue cheese with those ones?
Blue cheese.
Okay, and for you?
Can I also get 2 orders split? The first 6, can I get Italian? And then, what was it? Salt and vinegar? And then the second one's half would be...
Sorry, just give me 1 second. For the first 2, would you like ranch or blue cheese?
Oh, no, thank you. The third 6. Can I get hot honey garlic? And Sorry.
People, put your finger on there and just go with whatever.
Chicken fried chicken.
Okay. And ranch chocolate cheese with those ones?
No, thank you. Can I get celery with those?
Yeah, they come with celery. Is it extra celery? Okay, anything else for you guys?
That'll be it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, like I was saying,
Yeah. Free run.
Free Run is good. I can see why it's
So highly rated.
highly rated, and also Anime of the Year, like that award it got, much deserved.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember what else came out that
Solo
year.
Leveling Warrior was up against it. So
What was it?
Solo Leveling Warrior.
Oh, I started watching Solo Leveling the other day.
Yeah.
It's okay. It seems like generic shonen power fantasy.
It's that, but also like I think the Korean books that are getting shows now
Yeah.
are like, I don't want to say markedly different style, but it's like the books that are written, I feel like the artistic style of them is different enough that it feels new, even though it's the same thing as before. Because I remember we discussed it years ago. I got into like just the gamut of just like bad books that like will never get an anime, never, whatever. But I was just like trying to track down to see what the like if there was like a thing I could pick up on.
I kind of noticed something with manhwa,
Yeah.
that if it's in a genre, it will be thoroughly that genre.
Yep.
It will be almost cookie cutter.
Yep.
And that happens with every genre. But it'll be, it's this genre of manhwa. I've already read it.
Yep. But this is where it's like the little flavors that you have to pick up on that one, because the ones that I recommend are by pretty much the same authors. Because like I started with Veritas, which didn't get picked up for a second season. Because they have like they call them seasons. Because like they'll do multiple runs of the same book. I think The Breaker had like a 5-year or 6-year gap in between volumes 2 and 3. And I'm all for it because like I'm used to like, oh, this book hasn't come out in 5 years, it's done, we're never seeing it again. and like because like that's American and Japanese, because like Black Lagoon, like Ray Hiro, I thought he was gonna just like not do any more Black Lagoon, but he's still going. Like shout out to Kentaro Miura, because like even though he took time off, he was making other things in that time off from Berserk.
Yeah, but when he was taking time off, it was like, I need a break because I'm dying.
Well, that's every manga creator though.
Yeah, but not every manga creator makes Berserk.
I'll grant you that, but who's the one guy that like he has a bad back? I want to say this up front, and but he's the Hunter x Hunter creator.
Oh, didn't he die?
No, he's still alive.
Okay.
He's still alive, thank God. But he like if you can't do the job, like that's one thing. But unfortunately, like there's some people, and I understand what they're coming from, because it's like, hey man, we see you playing on Dragon Quest all day long because you have an account that's public. We know it's you, yet like you're doing that all day. It's like you couldn't like just like throw a couple panels together, like one panel a day or something.
What I meant when I said not every mangaka makes Berserk,
Yeah.
is Berserk takes so long to draw.
Yep.
It's so intense.
Yep.
You're not like Tide Kubo, who
Yeah.
makes Bleach.
Yeah. There's no backgrounds.
Yeah, I remember a joke from A back in the day,
Yeah.
where it's like, "Oh, what's your wife do?" "Oh, she does the backgrounds for Bleach." like, my guy. Bleach doesn't have backgrounds.
I saw a good one of those. Like, if you, like, it wasn't as definitive as that, but it was just like someone was like on Twitter was like, we need communism. And then somebody posted underneath that, it's like, my grandfather fought against the Soviets. No, communism. Hard stop. No. And then posted underneath that was like, hold up a sec. Let me ask a question. Because the first thought is like who fought the Soviets? It was like the implication is like, oh, your grandfather was a German at the time, but well, whatever. I have no desire to discuss this going forward. It's bombing in the room right now.
Yeah,
but Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
Now, what do you know about the show?
Very little.
Okay.
I saw the ending that was set to American Idiot.
Yep.
I didn't know that was the ending when I saw it. And when I found out that was how it ends, that made it a lot worse.
So, I played the first Devil May Cry. I did not play 2, and I did not play 3.
I was talking about the anime. I know a lot about the games.
Okay, so let me start off by saying it is not one-to-one, not even close to one-to-one with the games. But here's what I'll say though: the show. Did you ever see the old one, the one from like 2005?
I heard something about it, but I didn't see it.
It was just run-of-the-mill. Like the animation wasn't that great. It wasn't that action-packed. It was good, but it wasn't great. It was like a cheap like tie-in, basically.
I saw a lot of people on my Discord talking about the Devil May Cry show, and one of the things brought up was, is it better than the old one? No, the old one is better, apparently.
The old one, I'm willing to bet, is closer to the actual story. So
I saw the redesign of Lady, and it's criminal.
Oh, so this is what I'll say, because they're not dumb. They definitely made like Power Rangers because like they ripped off Nightwing. They kind of ripped off Batman, but I'm not quite sure about that one. Because like if you look at Ninja, the character, that's her actual name, and you look at Nightwing, they just took Dick Grayson and turned him into a lesbian. That's not a lesbian, but like it's the same setup, the same eye gear, and all that. So the show hits at things that are a part of all, as far as I can tell, 3 of the games. Because it's pre.
I also heard that Johnny Young Bosch is doing Dante.
He is.
That's
He's Nero.
terrible.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they wanted young Dante, but they didn't get the guy that was young Dante from DMC. Which, by the way, I don't see any DMC elements, but I never played that one, and I think I have it. So I might break out my PlayStation 3 and play it, just because like it's one of those ones I've had sitting for years. I just never got to it.
I've seen people try to redeem DMC, not in the way that it's like a good Devil May Cry game.
Yeah, it's
in the way that it is a good game. A good game.
Okay, so I'll say this.
Yeah.
Did you like the Castlevania that the first few seasons?
I
of
like
it?
the first season of Castlevania. I
Okay.
think it's really good, a really tight little story. It's really well done. I think the second season, which went from 4 to 8 episodes, was originally supposed to be 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And they stretched it to 8 episodes. And it shows.
Yep.
And it's terrible.
Did you see the third season?
I did not. All I heard was how bad it was. The third season?
I enjoyed the third and fourth season. Just to give you a heads up.
Third and fourth season made ardent Season 2 defenders hate the show.
So, I know the guy that wrote the first season, he wrote all of them. But the issue, not the issue, but that Castlevania was originally supposed to be a movie.
Which one?
The first season.
That makes a lot of sense.
It was supposed to be a movie. That's why it set up things, and then it got retrofitted to a serial TV show. So season 2 was going to be the remainder of the proposed trilogy of movies, where the first half of season 2 is the second movie, and then The second half of season 2 was like where we kill Dracula and all that. Then Netflix comes along and says, this was really goddamn popular. Like, we need a third season. And then the writer's like, well, I'm just going to explore what happens when you take out like a central figure and see what and starts all these separate character arcs and whatnot for the guys involved. And I'm trying to remember if the brides of Dracula were in season 2. I think they were. But like I said, this is one of those ones where it's like it has that quality of like it has that there was a famous comedy booker owned the club in California. He said, "You're not a star unless 50% of the public loves you and 50% of the public hates you." Because like indifference is like the thing that you don't want. You don't want like 50. You don't want 99% of the public to not give a shit about you.
That's what Ryan Johnson wanted.
It's a very bad metric to start with.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to be 50% hated, like no, you want to be like the best version of yourself. You don't even want to care about other people.
I don't want 50% of people to hate me.
Yeah.
I want 25% of people to hate me. I want 25% of people to like me, and I want 50% of people to be kind of indifferent, but give me their money anyway. I want that Marvel slot crowd.
Yeah. All right. So the same guy who made Castlevania made not the writer that I was talking about, but like just the producer, the guy who's in charge of producing this show. And I'll say this: fairly cohesive story. Action-packed. The things that you loved about, I don't know about the exact things that you loved about, but like Dante is quippy, and there's humor involved. Like he has style. Like he is a character. But where I knew it's like, oh, this is gonna piss some people off. It's like they have a very cartoonish take on the U.S. government.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yep, and the you think that the bad guy is like this, the White Rabbit dude or whatever, that's trying to open up the demon world to so that demons can come through, all that stuff. But really, it's the other bad guy who's voiced by the guy who voiced Batman. What's his name?
Which Batman?
Animated series Batman.
The guy who died?
Yes.
All right.
And his performance is pretty damn
What's
good.
his name?
Kevin Conroy.
That's what. Yeah.
So Kevin Conroy does a hell of a performance as like the evil vice president that and plus like the soundtrack is very early 2000s, late 1999.
I also saw them try to retcon Sparta.
Yes and no. I don't know if the game's actually established Sparta enough.
Well, I saw a quote from Lady in the first game talking about Sparta, and then I saw a quote from Lady in the show talking about Sparta.
Oh yeah, I saw what you're talking about. Either way, like, thank you. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think there's definitely things that like Devil May Cry the game, the plot points of that are not happening the way that they are happening. Devil May Cry 3 is not, because like that's where they're starting with. They're starting with that era. I don't think that's happening the same way, even though Lady's there, but it's a prequel to Devil May Cry 3. And I can't even tell you for sure whether or not how it goes. I've seen people that are on both sides of this, and they both have their points. And also, like if you tuned into this show hoping for like just like everything you loved about the games, it might be there. But like I don't know what they're looking for. But here's the problem though: once you put all that once you put like the political discourse in there, where it's like, oh my God, America's so bad and all that. Which, by the way, like that's who the.
Are you saying if you're a big fan of Devil May Cry that you might like some of it because of the Devil May Cry elements?
There's no. What I'm trying to say is, and I'm doing a poor job of it.
Okay.
Is that the things that I appreciated about the Devil May Cry games
Yeah.
are in this show.
See,
Flavor down under the roller coaster?
Right?
a lot of the things that I've been seeing people complain about is people who like Devil May Cry.
Well, here's the problem though. The majority of I'm going to go with X on this. Everyone that I was seeing is like, oh man, they ruined Devil May Cry. Everybody who's talking about it, they always bring up the politics of it.
Yeah, no. Let's pretend that it doesn't have retarded political commentary.
Oh yeah, it's that.
But all of the
it's a-
things like what I'm talking about is like
I'll give
things
you
like
a-
trying to retcon Sparta, the way Dante acts, the way Lady acts. These are the things that I've seen people complain about.
Oh, it makes sense. Like, trust me. I read articles and I read comments. The articles are more restrained and more to the point. And plus, like, then there's like people beefing. Which, by the way, if somebody makes a video in defense of, I'll give them a little bit more credit because I actually know they're a real person. I mean, we're not there yet where we can just like have all the AI generate like people.
I have hot and nasty Vatican.
Right here. Okay.
I have seen a lot of in defense of videos
Yes.
that are awful.
Oh, probably.
Like what? I don't know what your metric
But
is
here's
here.
the thing, though. I've actually seen the show. You haven't. You've seen.
No, I'm not saying I have, but I'm just saying.
I'm Italian and salt and vinegar.
I'm just saying that I'm not entirely sure what you're proposing here. That they're better because they're defending the show.
No, they're not better. It's like.
Well, better than something. What was the something?
The something is that because I don't know, like if I click on a person who made a comment,
I have chicken.
like ooh, that does sound good. That was a good choice. Luck of the draw.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is I give more weight.
All right.
Like I don't agree with it more, but whatever. But like just like if someone's making a video, even if their argument is shit, to the video itself, because I don't know who is like a bot farm that's just out there.
I see what you're saying now.
So like it's because like it feels like that there's just like a bot out there that whatever is being talked about in trending. It's just like insert here. This shit sucks. Like,
See,
fuck you for saying
Your
different.
problem is that you're reading Twitter.
I'm taking a temperature. I saw the thing first.
I don't know if you can even do that on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, like you just got to dive in. You got to figure it out, and then like just go from there.
The temperature I see is usually like, all right, what is the media saying versus what are actual people I know saying versus what is the random like YouTuber saying.
Well, I haven't
And they're
gotten-
all extrapolating on what people are saying. So,
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, when I talk to people about things, I'm talking to you. You
Yeah.
are my people.
yeah,
So you have not seen the show yet, or I encourage you to watch it.
I might. I don't know.
Because here's the thing, like, it's dumb. But it's cartoonishly dumb. Like, there's no like any one smart person. So
So if this is the same people that did Castlevania, right?
if it's Studio Mir, no, Powerhouse did the animation for Castlevania. So this is Studio Mir, different studio. Just the only thing in common is the same producer.
All right. So, all right. What else? Did you see my list?
I did. I started with Devil May Cry because I could actually address that.
Hey, can you take the napkins off of there so we can use that as the bulk plate?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
All right, what is this one?
If you ever come back here at the Wild Ride, I have a feeling all it is just like everything that they have like that they need to get rid of. It's just like it's so good. This is like every flavor.
Oh, this is the hot honey one. It's good.
So
Fried chicken. Kind of bland.
okay, that's one of those ones done right. It's like
I mean, it's not bad. There's just not much. There's not much like spice on it.
well, I don't.
So, the Minecraft movie.
So, I think this is could be one of those ones where it was just like it was a movie targeted at kids. That
Here's
every
a bowl for you guys. Put all the bones in.
thank you.
How'd everything come out? Good?
Excellent. Good.
Anything else I can get for you right now?
Good at the moment. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
I want to cut off right there the defense that it's made for kids.
no, I'm not saying it was made for kids. I'm just saying they like the best headline I read was like $150 million opening. So you're telling
Record-setting.
Yeah, so you're telling me that a movie based on a game that all the kids play, like that's just like aimed at all ages. Like
I know it was aimed at all ages.
I don't know, but like I got the sense that it was just just a wacky like the thing that everyone's laughing about is just like a reference that I don't quite get, but like Jason Momoa getting his ass kicked is always going to be funny. So
See, the thing here is that this is getting panned by everybody.
yeah,
Nobody likes this, except for like the autists that watch fucking stream 24 hours a day. It is that no taste generation of people who all they care about is the fact that there's a chicken jockey. But man, is it doing gangbusters? It's breaking records.
do you remember the movie Idiocracy?
I do.
Is the Minecraft movie closer to or further away from the movie Ass from Idiocracy?
Closer to.
Okay. Because I feel like that's going to be like the. It's like. Because like. I don't want to get deep on that particular part of Idiocracy, but like.
The Italian one is good.
What?
The Italian wings are good.
Tell you what, I'll trade you one, anyone that you want to try. Like, so far this is in the lead, but
What was that one you were talking about? Is that
the Wild Ride.
Sure.
And this one I think is the Down Under.
Kind of tastes like a hot wing and chicken parmesan.
Here, take one of these.
All right. None of these are hot yet.
Well, it depends on what flavor you want. I mean, I'll give them credit, like they're flavor accurate. But in
They're
terms
good
of
flavors, yeah, but
in terms of spicy,
yeah.
the ones I would recommend are like definitely went down to Georgia. The one I had last week or the last time we did this,
Yeah.
which was like the bomb pepper or something. But I don't know. I think some people Jason Momoa has a movie. Jack Black has a movie. Let's go see it. Oh, Minecraft has a movie. Let's go see it.
I don't think anybody's going just because it's Jason Momoa. I think people are going because it's Minecraft or a Jack Black movie over, it's a Jason Momoa movie. That said, what I was hearing about the whole script, I almost went to go see this. Joe invited me to go see it, and I was like, I'm working then. So I almost went and saw it, and man, I kind of feel like I dodged a bullet.
How did Joe feel about it, did he say?
It's just bad.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like, the theater was full, it was energetic. Somebody compared this, somebody asked if this was the new Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's a good comparison. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you seen the videos of theaters?
yeah.
It's nuts.
Two things. The last 5 years, theaters have been hurting. They need more movies like this.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the quality of the movie, but they just need movies where people show up. And if they need police, because like the UK said, like there's police that sitting in on theaters.
I saw videos of that.
Like, how bad did it get? Because I saw like eruptions of, but I didn't see like any like. But
I saw people getting escorted out of theater, and I don't think it was in England.
But like, what do you think? Got like a zing to it. It's definitely got spice, but it's a mix of things. Let's find out, because this is hot and nasty right here.
I definitely like it.
Okay.
Okay. You're welcome.
But like I sent it to you in chat. I wish I could send you a video of it. TikTokers it was a TikTok trend to go to it was either Despicable Me or the Minions in a tuxedo. And it was cute at first, but then theaters were like, hey, come on guys, like we can't have you like partying in tuxedos, like filming the movie, just like, because like they would show up and just trash the theater, and it was not like, that's where it gets to be a problem for them. It's like, oh shit, we have people coming to see the movie for no goddamn good reason. Perfect. I was like, shit, they're just gonna buy tickets and then trash the place.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with anybody showing up to a movie in a tuxedo.
No, that's not the issue. It's them trashing the place.
Yeah, I didn't know about that part. But no, it's just crazy how much money this movie is making. I don't doubt that there are people that are going multiple times just because it is an acceptable movie to be rowdy in. Mm-hmm. It is a fun event to do. But I'm probably not going to see it.
If it's on Netflix in like 3 months, I'll definitely check it out.
Maybe I'll stream it. But it has brought up the topic of Jack Black being on his Nick Cage bottoming out arc. Like, people are saying that there's nowhere for him to go from here but up, because this is the worst thing he's ever done, apparently.
So, the one review I saw of it was, this is Gen Z, like, not funny is the most funny thing, which...
It could be The Room. It could be the most high-budget The Room movie ever.
That's entirely possible. So. Oh, yeah.
What's that one?
The one that you traded, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But no, if it's a new kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show or The Room, then whatever. But yeah.
This is what I get that. No, I just want to apologize for you guys. Sorry about that. No worries.
What is that? Something got announced at CinemaCon.
A bunch of things. Did you
A bunch
see
of
the Superman and Crypto scene?
I did.
They put out a preview of it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I also realized it, like in the when they were putting it out. Oh, listen.
None of these trailers have made me want to go see the movie.
Like the quality is there. However, like I'm pretty sure they showed something. I'm not saying post-climax of the movie, but like in whatever the hero journey of Superman is in the movie, I think they showed something on the way down. Whatever that like journey into hell like part is, journey into darkness.
What are you talking about?
You know Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey?
Yeah.
It starts out with like there's like 8 sections or whatever. Like it
17.
Well, whatever. There's micro sections within like the start of each arc, like the downward arc. So it's like this is where the hero gets challenged, and like they have to improve to get better and or come back with more power afterwards.
You're talking about the second act low point.
Yeah.
I don't know how this applies to the Superman movie.
I'm pretty sure they showed you a piece of that. The second act low point.
No. That part with Crypto where he's all beat up, that's the opening.
Are they starting in the middle of the movie?
Yeah.
So that they're starting in media race. So like that part is the second act low point. They're starting there.
Probably.
So
as
that's
far
what
as I know.
So I look forward to this movie,
I'm probably going to see it.
but when it comes, the
I
thing,
didn't see Guardians 3, but I did see the Suicide Squad. Mm-hmm. And I saw a little bit of Commando. Mm-hmm. I have weird issues with Creature Commando.
that one was he was pitching it before he got hired as a studio boss. But he was in the lucky position of who do I have to ask to get this greenlit? You. Oh shit! All right, well, let's greenlight this then. So it continues on like the Snyderverse elements of it, but it's like it's self-contained enough that like it's because it established that the Metal Man happens. It's one of those concepts that like it happens once every 10 years because they have to keep the licensing rights to it, or else they lose the characters. But the Metal Man happens. Sergeant Rock happens. Like it gives you like this vision of DC, the universe from World War II into Vietnam, into present day, and. Like, because he's writing Creature Commandos, he's also writing Superman. I don't know what else he's writing, but like one of the problems that Marvel had was that there was too many cooks in the kitchen, and things got lost. So the fact that like,
I suppose you could say that.
Well, they had like 37 goddamn things going at once at one point.
You know, it's way too complicated to just boil down to some turn of phrase like that. Why Marvel went the way it went. Just saying too many cooks in the kitchen can't even scratch the surface.
Even the guys that were really good at Marvel missed the mark on other things.
Like what?
Taika Waititi did Thor Ragnarok.
And that was the beginning of the downward spiral of Thor.
Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah. It was a funny movie at the time. It ruined Thor as a character for the rest of the Marvel universe.
Yep. But
Also, it's not that great a movie. It's funny.
it hasn't aged well.
No.
So that guy does Thor 4, which by
Awful.
Love and Thunder sucked. Like missed the mark because it was like just trying to redo everything that Ragnarok did.
It was also using the most hated art in Thor.
I think it needs. The movie's got to stop doing like the flavor of the month and the current comic book stuff because
Later in month. That's an old art by now.
by now, yes. But what I'm trying to say though is, like, there's a reason why. Like, I'm trying to think of like great characters, great villains that have been done in an event in the last 10 years.
Great villains?
Great villains in a great story. Like, but like even if they had like a mediocre villain or something from the comics.
Are we talking about in Marvel, the universe, or in the Marvel comics?
All right, so the guy that Christian Bale played
Yeah.
was
Gore.
He was a part of, I want to say, Jason Aaron's Thor run. Now, that's the writer. That's the comics.
Yeah.
Jason Aaron is a hell of a writer. You would probably enjoy his books. But he had like a year to develop, play with, like have events, do fun stuff. Whereas the movie, you got 90 minutes.
There's nothing really wrong with Gore as a character, as Christian Bale. Everything that's wrong is the writing.
Yeah.
Gore looks cool. Christian Bale probably does a really good job. But the problem is everything else.
Yeah.
But something else came out on the CinemaCon.
Still
Spider-Man
doing
4.
okay over here?
Excellent. Thank you.
Can I get you anything else right now?
Yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man 4.
But they just announced the title of it. They didn't have any.
Brand New Day,
Yep.
which really it went somewhere in my mind, and apparently went to the same place in everyone's mind,
Yeah.
where people were like, Spider-Man Brand New Day. That sounds an awful lot about like Spider-Man One More Day.
Well, you remember Brand New Day was the post One More Day story.
I don't remember that. No.
Okay, so this was a controversial one. The editor at Marvel at the time, the editor-in-chief, so he has the ability to pull this off.
Who was he at the time?
It was either Joe Quesada or I think it was Joe Quesada.
Okay.
So Joe Quesada started out as like a freelancer. Him, his writing buddy, but he was also a big-time artist. Like people kind of forget how big of an artist Joe Quesada was. I don't know if he's been working on things, but I know that he's been like in the corporate levels of Marvel, pretty high up.
Uh-huh.
He kind of saved Marvel because post them being bankrupt, they needed books that needed to sell. And
They need books that need to sell now.
well, maybe they can bring him back. Who knows? Or if he's still there, like it's like he can figure out recreate the magic. So he launches Marvel Knights. Marvel Knights is like, hey, these are our characters. These are our street level guys. We're gonna bring in creators that are suited to street level. So Brian Michael Bendis, he's on Daredevil. We're gonna give him Michael. Not Michael Lark. Michael Lark, I think, was the later guy, but there was a dude on there that super artistic, and like his run that lasts for I think like 80 issues. It's one of those legendary runs that just redefines Daredevil. It's almost as good as Frank Miller's. Like what he did in 80 issues, Frank Miller did in like 15.
just to put it in perspective.
Right.
So then we're gonna relaunch the Punisher. We're gonna relaunch Spider-Man. We're gonna relaunch these guys, and then we're just gonna start there. And then these guys make their bones on those things. Those are successes. So Bendis gets the Avengers. Avengers Assembled, redoes it, and then they just go into like hit after hit events, not just like books. I'm talking like rising tide all across the board.
Right.
One of the things that so Quesada gets promoted to editor-in-chief. So one of the things that Quesada hated was that Mary Jane and Peter Parker were married because it aged up Spider-Man. It aged up Peter Parker. Marvel wants to keep Peter Parker like Peter Pan. They want him to never grow up.
They could have just decided to start like what was it, New 52? Where am I trying to think of?
Ultimate Universe?
No, like when they just restarted everything.
They did. One More Day relaunched Amazing Spider-Man.
It did, but it did it in the worst way. They could have just said, new book.
Yep.
They didn't have to completely destroy Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. It was so bad. J. Michael Straczynski, the guy that wrote Babylon 5, he wrote Spider-Man for years.
Uh-huh.
And then he moved on to Thor, I believe. And then he wrote something a couple of months ago that was like, God damn it, the kid still got it. The guy's just like, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to write Cap. He knows how to write Spider-Man. He knows how to write certain characters well. So he had his name taken off the book for One More Day because it was like, hey, this thing is such a crock of shit. Like, I didn't write it. It's not my idea. I don't approve of it. It's a hatchet job of an editorial move. It's like, take my name off of it.
Whose idea was it to have Mary Jane get married and have kids?
I don't know.
That's like... Spider-Man used to be like the best-selling comic in the world, right?
I'll put you this way. He's up there.
I mean, he's like the face of... He was at least the face of Marvel for a long time. I don't know if he is now.
So...
He certainly isn't now.
So, when it comes to Marvel, they've had their eras. Spider-Man, at one point, was their number one.
He's the face that they put on all of their comic books.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong, you're right. But X-Men, for the longest time, was their cash cow.
Yeah.
Like Wolverine in particular. Any book that is like this character and Wolverine, team up. Like, here's a special. Like,
yeah.
We need to get people working. We need to get stuff done. So,
on the way over here, that Madonna song from the movie came out.
Yeah.
Daredevil and Wolverine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That movie has so many good bits.
Oh, yeah. It's a great comedy of a movie.
That's not a great comedy. Speaking of great comedies, let's switch topics entirely. Naked Gun.
I am so looking forward to this.
I think it looks pretty good.
Did you see the full trailer for it?
I saw the one I sent you.
Okay. As much as I was laughing that a little girl turned into Liam Neeson, the best was...
Norberg?
Maybe. When everyone's looking at their juniors or whatever.
Yeah, everybody in Police Squad is a junior of someone who was in the original movies.
Yeah.
And then they get to the guy who is the son of Nordberg.
Yeah.
And he's just a picture of O.J. Simpson on the wall. And then this guy looks at the camera like, nah. Oh, man. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. That joke, the Nordberg joke, is what makes me think that this has potential.
Yes, that too. Like, it was funny watching the trailer. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like, I want to say it's Zuckers plus Seth MacFarlane plus some other guy. I apologize for blanking on your name. But, because... Did you ever see Top Secret with Val Kilmer?
No.
So...
But I see everybody's been posting screenshots of that and clips.
So
for obvious reasons.
So I was like, you know what? I've never sat down and watched a Zucker Brothers movie from beginning to end.
Uh-huh.
So I watched Naked Gun, and then I watched Top Secret. And wow, we do not make comedies like this anymore. Like,
No.
And I don't know, like, I think because you have to take a break at a certain point.
I mean, you don't have to.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem with like telling the same joke over and over again. Like the degree of difference. Like if you're telling a visual gag, like those are always going to be funny, but they're always going to be funny the first time. Then like there's going to be a dip. And then once you've seen it for the 10th time, then you start laughing again. Because like it went from like tired to classic. So
I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about.
give me a little bit of leeway here. So they kept making not the same movie over and over again, but they had the same brand of humor. And
I mean, on my Discord, some of the guys like to stream Naked Gun a lot.
yep,
So I've seen them relatively recently, multiple times. One of the things that are so great about the Naked Gun movies
yep,
is that the jokes don't stop.
yep,
Every scene is a joke. It's a written, well-developed joke.
yep.
There's no scenes in the movie that don't at least contribute to a joke at one point or another. There aren't any scenes where like, oh, we need a scene explaining this bit of the plot, so we're just gonna have him drive here, talk to somebody, do camera shot. The entire movie is jokes.
Yep. Top Secret, when they're just like breaking the glass and shooting, is one of my favorites. But my favorite joke out of that movie is the underwater fight scene in the saloon. Like towards the end of the movie, like
I haven't seen Top Secret, so
watch it.
All right.
We'll watch it. Like because it's just. But they also like the other thing too is I feel sorry for the Zuckers because they obviously know how to make a movie. They were in charge of the mid scary movies, but they had their. I wish they would put it out. There's a cut, the Zucker cut, of Scary Movie 2 or 3, and it is their cut. It is all their jokes. But the movie that we got was all topical references. It was just like them making fun of commercials. It was just like all. It was low hanging fruit. It was just like the jokes might have been made of milk for all intents and purposes because that's how quickly they were gonna last. And then I don't know. I think they stayed on as producers. I don't think they directed any of the movies after like 3 or 4. Like I think they replaced the Wayans. And then
was there a movie after 4?
there was 7 of them. There was like 7 scary movies.
Were they scary movies, or were they like not another teen romance or whatever?
Oh, there was those too, but like it was just the laziest spoofs. That was just like epic movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Like we're just gonna have like guys from 300.
But not like not a scary movie 5.
There was a Scary Movie 5. If I'm not mistaken.
5?
My hands are. I can't touch anything right now. But,
I know.
So we're gonna have to go on just like.
We're so saucy right now.
Yeah.
Let me try to not get sauce on my phone as I check the docket.
So I'll give you one. I texted you about this.
Yeah.
The Gemini. This is. I want to say this was pre-release for the release of the newest one.
2.5?
Yeah, and then ChatGPT 4.0 or 4a or 04.
Okay, so they just released their image generator
Yeah.
for 4.0,
Yeah.
which replaces DALL-E. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
So
but I
there's
think
more
you're
news.
only allowed to do 3 of them. I think, isn't it?
If you're a free account, yeah.
Okay. So
If you're a plebeian,
I've seen what you're putting out and it's good.
yeah.
However, I tried making a comic in there, and oh boy, we're not there yet. make
I
it.
have thoroughly hit the limit
Yeah,
on what 4.0 can do.
yeah.
It's a lot better, but it's not there.
There, I'll trade you for a chicken one. This one was good, and this one was good. I don't think you're gonna like this one.
What's that one?
This one, I think it was. I think this was the down under one, and this one was hot and nasty. This
Yeah.
one was just like it was. I forget what it was. It was like Parmesan and like taco seasoning or something. I don't know.
I'll try a hot and nasty.
Can I get you guys Oh yeah, she said it's a little bit thicker.
What were we talking about?
So, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I got pretty close to making one page. Like it did not listen to directions. Neither one listened to directions great.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT would just never work. Because I am on the free one, and the image generation never worked. So, yeah,
It can be a little buggy, and especially buggy since it's so overloaded
yeah.
with people making Studio Ghibli pictures.
Which some of them were really good. What impressed me most about those wasn't the art style. It was that like it put the lettering in the photo into the art style. It came out pretty close. Like when they did the Australian breakdancer, the impressive part wasn't that they made her into a Ghibli character. The impressive part was that Paris 2024 was on there pretty damn perfectly. That's what impressed me the most about it.
I've seen more than a couple articles talking about how well ChatGPT can make receipts.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
For some odd reason, it does receipts really well.
It's so simple.
Uh-huh.
Like it's probably not going to be as.
Can I get you guys any boxes or anything?
I'll take a box. Thanks.
Just one? Or
Yeah, one for me. Thank you.
one for you, one for you?
So, we're in the Wild West right now. I've been focused mostly on the positive of these things. I don't bring up. Got it. Oh,
Our powers combined.
yeah. Teamwork.
So yeah, the image generator was old news now. What did you like to think of the chicken fried chicken?
It was too bland.
It's pretty bland.
Like, don't get me wrong, the flavor was there of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But like, if you just got a order of wings, like like by itself, I think it would be fine. Cause like I didn't get it like fresh hot.
This is way too many for me. I would definitely need to bring them home.
Well, I knew I was gonna have leftovers, so. But at 50 cents a wing, why not?
I know, right? So anyway, the other day, OpenAI said that they were going to delay GPT-5, which was supposed to be somewhat soon.
He said this year.
He said in a couple months. When what was it? When O3 Mini and all that came out, he was like, oh, a couple months from now. So he said, we're pushing it back because we're going to release O3 proper and O4 Mini, and they're going to do that in a couple weeks or sooner. So we're getting the entire. So we've been having O3 Mini and O3 Mini High. They're going to put out O3 not Mini,
Yeah.
which should just replace 01, which was still the best thinking model they had. And then they're going to put out GPT 5 at some point, a little later.
So,
I was using 2.5, Gemini 2.5, and I texted you about this.
yep.
I had some transcription app on my phone. It did an okay job. It tried to differentiate between who was speaking, like speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3. Except there was a speaker 5 and 6 in a room with 4 people. And like we have a character named Van Yaren. It wrote down vineyard. We have a character named Crowd that it put down as a few things. One was crowd, like a crowd of people. One was cried, and a couple others. But I was trying to get it cleaned up in ChatGPT 4.0, and it was not working out. 4.0's context window just kind of like destroyed itself about towards the end, where it was just like, I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Yep.
And I tried putting it in 01, just the whole thing, and it did an okay job. I stuck the whole thing. In 2.5, I gave it a little bit of a, this is this character, this is this character, this is this character, and like a brief, like, this character has a bow, this character heals, this character blah. And then I stuck the entire transcript in the context window. And it gave me a near perfect summary. Like, it was a long summary because it's 3.5 hours of transcript.
That's impressive. That's the most impressive part.
Yeah, 3.5 hours of transcript. And it got all of it. So that's probably what I'm going to do from now on with that.
So, Midjourney, not to be outdone, put out 7A.
I heard about
7
that.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Now, you can't use some of the original things. You can't do multi-prompts. However, I will say, though, if you take what you would normally do as a multi-prompt
Yeah.
and just use commas, it kind of works good enough.
What is a multi-prompt in
So,
Midjourney?
in Midjourney, suppose you want a blue bird.
Yeah.
Now, a single prompt would be blue bird.
Yeah.
So multi-prompts would be like blue, imagine, blue, colon, bird. Now, what the great thing about multi-prompts is that you can put prompt weight on there. So you want it, I wish I went with something a little bit more complex than blue bird, but like, let's say you want a abstract painting of a blue bird. So if you do abstract painting as one prompt, then you do blue and then bird as the 3. You can control, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like be more abstract. Be more abstract. I want more bird, like more bird than the last one. So it's an interesting. I like it so much because I have that manual control over the output, and plus Midjourney is pretty good that it has negative weights, and it doesn't get rid of versions. Like, don't get me wrong, version 1 sucks. However, it's very literal. So if you have if you want like a fire hydrant in the middle of a room, it'll put a fire hydrant in the middle of a room. But the Midjourney exceeded the level of difficulty that Gemini and ChatGPT before the updates this week got to. So it can't give me a whole comics page.
Yeah.
But like it's a lot of re-rolling because it doesn't have the
the conversational nature that the other two has. I feel like they might go that direction eventually, but I would much rather see them like focus on video generation because like they have so much image expertise and tools that like, if they could give us like the tools that they have for video generation, that would be amazing.
They recently increased the amount of Sora stuff that I can do, as in like how many I can do, and it's unlimited now. Technically, it can get rate limited, just like everything else. But either I'm just bad at using Sora, or Sora's not that great. Like this version of Sora, not that great. Apparently, there's still the OpenAI never gives you everything. They're like, oh, we got this amazing thing. Here's 10% of it.
Well,
But
so with 7, there's certain things I've been trying to make for years.
7
With Midjourney.
Midjourney.
There's things I've been trying to make for years. I've gotten close on certain parts of them, and
All done with these?
yes. Thank you. Sorry, I had a straw. I'm an idiot. So, like,
That's your straw.
Yep, I know. So, I have this character. I have this short story. I was like, ooh, I can make it bigger and better. I can make this into a whole comic.
Yep.
I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to try and get it done because I'm tired of being George R. R. Martin and just like everything getting bigger and bigger as it goes along. So, but the thing that I noticed is that if you put in certain things to Midjourney, and I'm pretty sure all the rest of them do this, you need an unnerfed or a dark generator, but I don't know if you have access to one as powerful, because like an easy one is fine.
I don't know what you mean by that.
So I can't generate an image of a woman holding a rocket-propelled grenade launcher. I've been trying to make a princess that takes on a dragon with a rocket-propelled grenade launcher for 5 years.
Okay.
Now,
So you need something not censored.
not censored. Now I
Well, you could do that
I can't.
if you had, Stable Diffusion or something like that. You put your own weights into and whatnot, or Laura's and whatever.
Yeah, but I
You
need.
could do that if you had a computer.
I know we've had this
computer
conversation before.
With a good graphics card, because it really needs that VRAM.
Yeah.
You know what else you could do with that computer? With a good graphics card? Anything. You can do anything with it. Literally anything.
So the just general stuff of that, like horror stuff, you can make a very
And
creepy.
are you guys ready for the check, or
Yeah, can we have 2 checks?
would you like any desserts or anything?
I'm good. Thank you.
Just the check? 2 checks?
2
Yeah.
checks. So the horror, you can make creepy stuff all day.
Oh yeah.
But you can't
I don't
do
know
gore.
if I showed you this.
Like if you were to be like a werewolf bites a woman in half, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
So, and I don't even know how you would train that, because you need images of like you would have to like find every horror movie that sort of deals with special effects, or you would have to make the special effects yourself. And
You could do it if you had like a combination of like Nat Geo stuff, Spawn comics. You know what I'm talking about? Just piecemeal it together.
you would have to have a
and
dark
get really
library
creative.
of things
Not,
that.
not even dark.
Well, this is where the problem
as
though
long
is.
as you can piecemeal it together, then you can.
The problem is,
have it,
like, do you cross the uncanny valley, and you actually make something really messed up in the process.
Uh-huh.
So, the before we go, because I gotta head out soon. The Switch 2.
Real quick. Look
Yeah.
at- This is a meme that I downloaded.
Yep.
You see? You get it?
Oh,
Funny. To shreds, you say?
well, do you want to hear it?
So I put that into ChatGPT, and I told it to make a biomech based on that. This is what it gave me.
Yep. I mean,
That's pretty good.
it is pretty good.
It's kind of creepy too.
Super creepy.
Yeah,
Now, like, see the ChatGPT. It's like, hey, can you make a horror movie still out of this?
a whole horror movie.
Horror movie still. You know what?
Oh.
Just like it's singular image, like because you have to think in terms when you're
When
generating
you say
stuff.
a still, do you mean like a scene?
Like a
from movie?
no, a movie still.
Yeah, so you mean a scene from a movie,
No,
or do you mean like a poster?
not a poster. Like because think in terms of film,
Yeah,
a single frame.
yeah.
A still would be like the finished product, like 1 second, where it's like not blurry or anything.
A scene from a movie, like a frame from a scene from a movie.
Yeah, frame.
Okay, there
A
you
frame
go.
and a still are basically the same thing
Yeah,
to me,
yeah, yeah.
but like a scene is like a whole like
A whole playing out. I understand.
but
Yeah.
like trying because you like when you're generating stuff, you really have to think in terms of what is the smallest unit, and how do I combine these units into one bigger one?
I could probably make ChatGPT put that monster in a horror movie scenario that looks like it is a scene from a movie. I could probably do that, and it would probably, I don't know, it probably wouldn't come out that well, honestly.
It depends. I haven't used it yet, but Luma just put out their new thing,
Yeah.
and they have historically been like the better option. Like,
I don't pay for Luma, so I either don't have any credits for them because I just use free shit,
yeah.
or
Well, they are free to an extent. Like they do
if
free
I don't have any
stuff.
credits left.
You used them all?
So I think I used them all, and they just never reset.
There are certain ones like that. Luma's not like that. They receipt every month.
You know, they're supposed to, but like I was using Suno, and they're supposed to reset daily for their V4
Now, are
model.
you paying for it? Or?
No, the free users are supposed to get credits daily. It's not a lot of credits. It's like 10, and that's 2 songs at a time. So it's like 5.
Yeah. So
But I went through my daily credits, and the next day they just never refreshed, and the next day they never refreshed.
did you clear cookies, all that stuff?
I went on a different account, and I used those credits, and then those credits never refreshed.
That's odd. So,
They refresh now, but it's been a while. And I also switched to my computer.
all right. Well, I want to make a musical out of Suno so bad. It's like if I could just make 12 songs that all have that like lyrically interconnect and like sound similar enough,
You could probably do that.
because
Probably have a better time on a more, I don't know.
Suno gives you enough tools to be able to do it.
Yeah.
The problem is like you have to get it right. You can't just it doesn't have editing tools.
No, it does, I think. Do you pay for Suno?
No, not
I
yet.
don't pay for Suno. I know it has a lot of pay-for tools,
Yeah.
like editing. Editing is a tool they have.
Okay.
And adding a persona is another one.
That's
that
the
you
one
can
I
have-
need.
Yeah. You can,
Oh, trust me, I'm paying for 1 month and I'm getting it done in a month.
I think it's like $8, something like that.
Either way, but then I'm gonna take the stuff out of there. I'm gonna put it into either a lip sync tech or something. Just like have like a consistent art style image. Just animate the faces of it because I have a story in mind.
Uh-huh.
It's like I could tell it in 12 songs. Like that's gonna be like a 40-minute thing. Just like put that out there because like it's kind of based on a true story. I was like thinking one day, like, what can I do with Suno? And I was like, I wonder if I could do a musical. And then
I've been making so with the session summary that I got from the whole transcript thing.
yeah,
I put that into a lyric maker in ChatGPT, and I put those lyrics that it makes from the summary of my game sessions into Suno as, a song.
Yep. Did you put like Epic on there, or
I don't
like,
put anything on there.
Okay.
I let it see. I just see what it gives me. And it usually, since it does 2 songs at a time, I get 2 wildly different songs at a time.
So whenever somebody has a birthday, I'll use a free credit. I'll just happy birthday to this person. And I'll type in a genre, and there's been a couple ones where I was just all right, this is good enough. But
Did I ever show you some of the Suno things that I made?
yes, the Alien song, and I don't know, it had something to do with the people that were the voyage of the what was the ship in Alien? The voyage of this thing.
Oh, the alien, the UPP song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
I like that one. That was a good one.
So the
I meant more recently.
not recently, but the
So with their V4 model, I started doing weird shit.
Yeah.
I took a textbook entry for static electricity.
Yeah.
And it was explaining.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah. Put it in as lyrics.
So I got a Artifact song, and I made sure to download it, but it's probably on my old phone, so it's gone. But so the song went on for 5 minutes, and the first 3 minutes were good. It was a song, but then all of a sudden, it was somebody trained it all on ads, and it turned into a real estate or a car dealership. Just in the middle of listening to it, it would turn into an ad for everything, and everything all at once. So linearly, it read like a crazy person, but I understood that it was terms and conditions may apply. Come on down to Crazy Larry's, and I want to recreate that. So bad. Yes.
That would be pretty funny though. Your song is just all these. Oh, Crazy Larry, come on, all that shit.
Dark
as
Later
a
the
song.
musical. Yeah. All the wings were delicious. Happy to be
Good,
here.
I'm glad.
What's your favorite? I'm curious.
Personally, the garlic parm the best, but I'm not into a lot of the exotic flavors. I eat very simple.
Tell you what,
so-
the roller coaster one where it's just you don't know what you're getting. I'm pretty sure it's whatever's just about to die off in the kitchen. That one is excellent.
Can I get one of those bags?
Of course. Just one, or you each want your own?
Do you want a bag?
I'm good.
One bag. Bags are such a rare commodity these days.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good night.
You
I'm
do.
surprised Trump hasn't rolled that one back.
It's a New Jersey thing. It also has gone horribly.
Yeah, because all those the disposable bags that
They're not supposed to be disposable bags. So I was at ShopRite and I got one of those the cheapo plastic bags.
yeah, it's
cloth-ish ones.
clothish. Yep.
Yeah, cloth-ish is a good term. On them, they tell you how many times you should reuse the bag. It's in the tens of thousands.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Because everyone keeps buying them, and just my dad has bought maybe $1,000 worth of reusable bags.
1,000?
I'm
1,000.
I'm exaggerating, but
They're in the cents.
yes, that's how many he's bought.
That's ridiculous.
But
But that is that is happening, and that's the reason that it's
he refuses to bring one with him. So when he goes in there, he has to buy a new one. Because, we already have the cart. If you grab a cart, take the cart to your car, and put everything in there. Have a bag in or have a bucket. I don't care. But I refuse to bring a bag in 90% of the time I go shopping. So I am just carrying.
yeah. I don't want to do that anymore. So
like there's certain times I know I'm going to be carrying, like if I know I'm going in there for like seltzers on sale for like, which by the way, like I've been able to get way healthier because of I remember when
switching to seltzer.
well that and but like the price of soda is like I don't want to sound like a boomer here, but like I remember when it was like you could buy like 3 12 packs for like $4.
I remember when a can of soda was $0.25.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Now it's like it's depending on how you get it. It's either $1 single loose, or it's like a 6-pack of cans, which I don't even see that often. All I see is like the 12 cases.
Yeah, the normal box of soda.
Well, but I remember like a 6-pack of soda was like a regular deal you could get, and it was like I said, like $2. So like just like gas, like I never got to drive when gas was under $1,
Yeah, same.
but just like and it just makes you wonder, like what would it take to get everything back to, like who's like this is just me ranting.
Okay.
Like,
I have an answer whenever you're done.
Like, how many contributing factors would have to be reversed for like eggs to get down there?
Well, eggs are already coming back down. The reason that eggs were high,
because they killed a shit ton of
killed
chickens.
a shit ton of chickens. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want bird flu spreading, so they were like,
chickens need to be born.
Yeah.
And repopulate.
yeah,
They're coming back down.
yeah.
More chickens are getting there.
All right, what was your answer?
So the only way we can get things back down to the way that they were before is complete economic collapse
Okay.
or deflation, which will lead to complete economic collapse. So deflation, okay.
I understand the concept of
If
inflation.
you have your car payment,
Yeah.
by the end of your car payment, let's say your car payment is 5-year car payment. In 5 years, your overall loan will be smaller because the money in 5 years will, like, if I have a thing that's $100 today,
Yeah.
it sounds like a lot of money because it's $100. In 5 years, the thing that was $100 now
Yeah.
will jack up the price to $115, let's say.
Okay.
But if I had a loan on something today
Yeah.
for $100, and I'm slowly paying back that loan for $100,
Yeah.
in 15 years, when that same thing is $115, my loan is still $100.
Yeah.
So if I have a house, and I buy a house, and also wages increase over time.
Yeah.
If I buy a house and in 30 years, my house payment is now bigger because money has gotten smaller,
Yeah.
that's bad. Because now you're probably getting paid. If we had deflation, you're not getting a raise.
Yeah. Well, if you have deflation, you don't need a raise.
Exactly. If we have deflation, where let's say you just took half of the dollar bills in the world and set them on fire, that would make the dollar bill more rare. It might actually not work that way.
No, economic easing is like a thing that they do take money.
I just mean because it's a fiat currency.
Well, no, because when there was a couple of countries that we gave loans out to,
Yeah.
and when they paid us back, like it was digital money, so it didn't count as, we didn't burn it or destroy any dollars. We just it was gone, like it never existed.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious that I don't want to.
So what my point with deflation is bad for you if you have a loan on anything,
Yeah.
which most people do.
Yep.
Loans are free money.
Yep.
Because because due to inflation, you're basically just
you're kind of protecting yourself.
Kind of. Not protecting yourself. You're insured that you're not going to pay as much.
Yeah.
Because if I get a loan and on a house, I'm not paying $300,000, whatever it is, today.
Yeah.
And I'm getting away with not paying it for 30 years.
Yeah.
And then when 30 years is up, wow, that wasn't a whole lot of money. All that other money from the $300,000, I did other things with, and if you were smart, you did other beneficial things with.
So
So deflation would absolutely. Also, so many things in the U.S. are built on inflation happening and loans and credit that deflation would just destroy everything.
Yeah.
It's like, getting it back to soda being a quarter deflation. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So here's the other fantasy that could bring soda down to a quarter.
I have an idea where you're going with this, but go ahead.
Unlimited energy.
Not where I was thinking, but like the same concept. Like flood the market with like product.
No, not really.
Because supply would go up and demand would remain the same.
Here's the, because soda is a consumable.
Yeah, that's the issue.
It's not like cars where you can resell your car, and more cars on the road means less demand for cars. So the supply of, you're not going to flood the market with soda.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
You can kind of do it with, but there's other things that you could do it with.
Yeah,
but not necessarily like flood the market, but just like have other sources.
Yeah,
because like it used to be that the government encouraged everybody to have like 2 or 3 chickens, so that you could have eggs ready for yourself. This is an actual 1950s flyer, right?
Yeah,
or at least I think it is.
No, I remember what were they called? Victory Farms?
Yeah.
Victory Gardens.
Yep, because like I said, like we're at a point where it's like you have to ask yourself in the back of the mind, is this real or is this like generated?
Oh, no, that's a thing.
No, that was the thing. But it's gonna be, there's gonna be like a testing point. But all right, it's 5 after. I gotta get home and do stuff. So, all right, what are you looking forward to in 20 seconds or less?
Looking forward to GPT-5. I'm looking forward to that. Fucking not Bloodborne. Did you see the Nintendo Direct?
Are you gonna get a Switch 2?
Eventually, I might get a Switch 2 for my niece and nephews before I get a Switch 2, or around the same time. It really depends.
So
it's
you're the person that I would ask this to. I think there's going to be a reason to get a Switch 2.
Well, that reason is Bloodborne.
Now, the next question is Steam Deck versus Switch 2.
Steam Deck is definitely better than a Switch 2 right now. That's been the joke.
That's why I'm asking you, for real.
No, for real.
Like,
because it's my Steam library.
Yeah.
And it's essentially almost my entire Steam library. Steam Deck is now looking real good.
Yeah, especially because it's like $100 less, has your Steam library. It pretty much appears to have the same kind of build.
I mean, it's the same shape.
Well, no, I mean like in terms of graphics power and all that.
I don't know. It might be stronger.
The Steam Deck or
It depends what Steam Deck you get.
Okay, but the next question is like, it seems like it could support historically Nintendo had like a less powerful system.
Well, so everybody was talking back when the Switch 2 first came out. Everyone was talking about how, it's a weaker console. But there was also when people were really turning against 8K graphics with really stupid lens flare and stupid shit. It's like, this is the Switch. It doesn't need good graphics. It has good games.
Well, I'm trying to think. No, but I I think we're going to see the trend away from. There's going to be your blockbuster games. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I think the trend is going to be smaller games that are just more creative.
I don't think that's going to be the trend at all. That is either already the trend with indie games,
Yeah.
or it's not going to be. So Ubisoft, you saw what happened with Ubisoft recently,
No.
right? Okay, so Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Shadows
Yeah.
is a huge embarrassment. Shocker. Who could have seen that coming? Everybody.
Was it buggy or was it just?
It's just bad. Like it's a 6. It's a 6 or a 7, depending on what kind of the aspects of it you like.
Okay.
Ubisoft didn't need a 6 or a 7.
needed a
Ubisoft
10.
needed a 10, and it needed to sell like a 10. It did neither. Ubisoft is in such hot water because their last couple games have just been huge bombs,
Yeah.
expensive huge bombs.
That's what I'm saying. Now, here's what.
What Ubisoft is doing is they're now splitting. They're making 2 companies. Ubisoft, where all their people that they have, because they had like 4,000 or 5,000 people
Yeah.
working on a game. That's an obscene amount of people.
Wow, that's a shit ton of jobs that are just going to be gone as soon as they go belly up.
Yeah. They're splitting. They're making the one studio that has all the people, and they're making another studio that has all the rights. Oh, look at the studio that has all the people just got shut down. How did that happen? Oops.
Yeah. Well,
Because we couldn't fire them.
so I'm going to give it like a 1-minute comparison. Historically, like let's say it's pro wrestling.
Yeah.
This is comparable. Big bad WWF can't get anything right. They're making things for kids. Like the audience is like, yeah, we're gonna tune in because we always tune in, but we're not happy. Like boo, like
Yeah.
like we're gonna be silent. We're just not gonna get involved.
What
We're
was
not
his
gonna do
name? The guy that gets booed all the time.
that. There's a shit ton of them.
No, the guy that gets booed all the time.
Vince McMahon,
No.
John Cena,
No, the guy that they were trying to push as the babyface for a long time.
Logan Paul,
No.
CM Punk.
No. He's doing really well, apparently.
He's still going. Listen, if you're hated, just stick around.
Yeah.
Like if you
No. People still hate the person, but him as a wrestler is people like.
I couldn't tell you.
That's all I've heard. I don't watch.
Logan Paul,
Not you said Logan Paul.
Rey Mysterio's kid, Dominic Mysterio.
No.
He's getting booed a shit ton.
No, people they had to like edit out the booze.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
But anyway, so there are indie wrestlers out there that are doing things the way that they want to, that they have the creative freedom. So what WWF eventually does is says, you know what, we screwed up. We're bringing you in, and we're giving you a position of power so that you can like it's me, then it's you, then there's everybody else underneath us. So if you have an idea, and if, I know I'm messing up, so you go ahead. They, as a company, historically, I don't know how true what I'm about to say is, but it would appear that they were very smart over time of just adapting to the times. Like, and knowing, like, hey, our dog shit matches are not doing it as well as they should, or as well as we could be. Like, let's bring in a Cody Rhodes. Let's bring in, let's go buy WCW because they're on the taking, and then some of those guys had guaranteed contracts, so they're like, well, we're just gonna see who we can renegotiate with. We're just gonna improve. So it's like that's what the I don't know if like there's a level. I don't know what game companies, and we have 1 minute to discuss this.
Okay.
What game companies have bosses where they can go, where the boss can say, all right, you're out. We're gonna bring in this indie developer. We're just gonna like downsize because they're kicking our ass. We're just gonna give them a little bit more leeway than because you can't do what you do with the money that we're gonna give somebody. But
Are you talking about producer or are you talking developer?
that's what I'm trying to.
It sounds like you're talking about producer because a studio wouldn't do that.
Studio wouldn't do that.
A producer like EA would do that.
Okay, so like,
I mean, I don't think EA would do that.
EA would not do that.
No.
But but does EA have a boss?
I don't know what that means.
like DC Comics.
Oh, you mean who is the CEO of EA?
So sort of. DC Comics is owned by Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Warner Brothers is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah.
So whoever owns,
So you're talking like Zaslav.
he's in charge.
Yeah.
But then there's the shareholder. So I think that's where like.
You're talking about Zaslav.
So Zaslav, like, is there a Zaslav for EA?
It's not Kotick. That's Blizzard.
But like, let's say like whoever has a boss.
Oh, you know, I think who is the guy behind EA is that guy that people were posting pictures of him from one E3 or whatnot, where he looked like the devil. I think that's it. I think that's the guy.
So like if he just says, hey, we're cutting budgets, but we're still going to make games. So here's what we're going to do.
I mean, I think that's coming.
So you're out because like you're making millions of dollars, I would imagine, and then
Here's the problem with something like EA, with a producer like EA,
yeah.
is that they're not going to fire anybody. They're going to acquire people left and right. Like EA acquires companies and then kills them. But
Well, somebody explained how acquired, like Jersey Mike's, enjoy it while it lasts now because they got bought a couple of weeks ago or a couple
Really?
of months ago. So they're just going to suck eventually.
well,
Well, no, because this is what happens. Somebody takes on debt, buys the thing. The original guy makes out pretty good. He gets all the money. But then, because these guys are now taking on debt
they're going to try to turn the business profitable.
they're going to try and make it even more profitable by cutting corners, like getting rid of people. They're going to license out things. So instead of using fresh ingredients, they're going to just use whoever the food provider is for Yum Brands or whatever that just like has like E-rated taco meat. Apparently, I don't know if that's actually true.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, allegedly, but Yum Brands.
No, actually.
Yeah, but Yum Brands is their parent company, who is KFC and Pizza Hut and all those. So like certain things. All right, we gotta go. But that's why.
Long answer short, I think that what you're describing, I don't know anybody like that.
But like what happens is, like people cut budgets because like you see this with football, you see it with this.
Yeah.
They get rid of people that aren't working.
Yeah.
And they bring in people that like are fresh, new.
So, see, one of the problems with the video game industry right now is that people are just getting rid of everybody, every game. And so everybody that comes in to work on a game is fresh and new and inexperienced and terrible. Every time they make a new game, completely overhaul like everybody except for maybe a couple of people. I don't know. And the problem is that they're doing that on a scale of 4,000 people.
All right. Well, on that bad note,
Yeah.
have a good night, everybody.
See ya.